Hi everyone, today is April 21st of 2024. It has been about two weeks, 2.5 weeks since I recorded last video for you guys, and things have grown a little bit. We still had a lot of rain here in Glendale, and nights are pretty cold. They are still in mid 40s, so not much growth, but a few trees that bloomed before they started having fruits. This is the peach tree. So as you can see, there is some fruits here. Mostly these trees kept their flowers and they turned into small fruit buds. But we should see how much they will keep. We're having more mushroom growing everywhere. Like you can see this one. This is similar to what I showed you last time. These guys are everywhere. See, there is one more here, and one more here. These are pretty neat because we have oak trees here, and I use the oak leaves and branches that fall off as mulch, and these mushrooms seem to love to eat those. This is the plum tree that I showed you last time, and even this started having tiny fruits. So as you can see here, it still has some of the flowers. Sorry, it's not really showing in the video, but it has fruits. Over time they will grow, and I should be able to show you even better than that. More of that mushroom. This mushroom is everywhere. There is one here. There is one that has almost decayed here. This tree, actually, its fruits are growing really fast. This is I keep forgetting the name of this tree. Let's see. This is the apricot tree. So this actually has a lot of fruits. So you can see here, and all branches have a lot of fruits. This is a really nice tree, and I hope the fruits don't fall off. The pomegranate trees, they're doing okay, but they still don't have any flowers. But maybe it's not the season. So as we move on down the hill, this is the white pomegranate. The loquat tree, for some reason, has not been growing that well. It just had a few leaves. Certainly no fruits yet. I think there are other channels that I follow in Arizona. They're already almost harvesting fruits. So moving down, I didn't tell you about this tree last time. This is kind of a giant cactus tree that was here when we bought the property. We trimmed it a little bit and made it nice. But this tree kind of blooms in the spring and releases a ton of tiny little buds that get everywhere. But I mean, we love this tree. We decided to keep it. We're having some more kinds of mushroom, like these giant mushrooms started growing here. I don't know what kind of mushroom these are. If anyone knows, please leave me a note. My friend, who is a mushroom expert, is also doing a little bit of research on it. So as far as the raised beds are concerned, still not much growth on the raised beds. I think the raised beds kind of got too wet during the rains, and maybe some of the stuff that I planted got root rot. So things are growing, but it's not like very excellent growth. I planted some peppers. So these are the peppers. Some of them died. Some of them are doing good. Again, things are kind of hard here because during the day it gets moderately warm, but at night it's still pretty cold. Stuff that are growing in these raised beds are mostly tomatoes, container tomatoes, and basil. Again, not much growth. Um, I put a strawberry here that had a few flowers, but again, not much growth on the strawberry either. So I just passed by quickly over these. The lettuce seems to be doing okay. I was expecting more growth from lettuce, but I guess it's okay. It's still cold here. Although I have never had much success growing lettuce, and this one seems to have already been attacked by aphids. I think you can see a few here. More strawberry and more lettuce. The celery seems to be doing really good. I honestly did not expect that store-bought celery stems grow this nicely, but they seem to be doing pretty good. As far as the citrus is concerned, there is a little bit of growth on the grapefruit. It has a few flowers, like right there. But it's still pretty small. I don't expect it to keep the flowers, given that it doesn't have that many roots. This tree, the medlar, actually came alive. It is having more leaves. This one may have some fruits this year because when we got it, it had a few on it. So maybe this year. For some reason, the Meyer lemon that I made from my old trees cutting is not growing at all. Maybe it's and it's not dying. Maybe it's not getting enough sun. So I hope it grows, because that one was a really good tree that during the construction we didn't water it and it died. The bay leaf is doing pretty well. The old citrus from the front still doesn't have any new growth, certainly no flowers, but it's alive. It's good that it remained alive. The Japanese maple came alive and it's growing very nicely. It looks very beautiful. The pear tree is starting to have leaves. It has grown some leaf buds, like here, but still no flowers. Same thing for the apple tree. Not much growth on these trees because they were really small. The fig has come alive, but compared to the neighbor's fig, which is a giant tree, it doesn't have much growth on it. The bottom raised beds, the herbs raised bed, is doing really good actually. Everything that I planted there has grown nicely. There is a giant parsley that was from last year. I moved it to this raised bed and it grew really big. I think it's entering seed making phase. I'm gonna keep it because I like to harvest the seeds and grow from fresh seeds. Here is some chamomile and some lavender that I grew from seed. Again, I historically have not had any success growing chamomile or lavender from seed, but this year I used a growing light that I'm gonna show you later, and grew them inside and transplanted outside recently. So they're doing good. By this wall, we had some tomatoes and cucumbers and beans. The beans have started sprouting. Again, another bean here. So hopefully these grow and take the trellis and come up all the way to the upper level raised beds. I planted Brussels sprouts in this raised bed a few months ago. For some reason, without having much growth, all of them went into seeding. So you can see the seed pods, like this one. They all have seeds. This is the giant parsley that I told you. This is probably the most successful raised bed that we have had so far. All of the herbs are growing really nicely. The wine trees, let's move down. The grapevines are doing really well. One of them actually has fruits. So this grape, which is one of the Persian grapes, it already has a few fruits. Let me see if I can, yeah, here. Really tiny grapes. The rest of them, I think the amount of sun that they get is quite limited, so their growth is limited. The berries have been doing really good. This Persian berry that grows on trees, kind of like a blackberry, this has started having leaf sprouts. The strawberry, it actually started having fruits, which is really nice. I hope they are nice strawberries. Same thing for, I don't know if this is a raspberry or a blackberry. It started having some flowers. So everything, overall everything is quite productive. This is an artichoke that I just planted today. Everything is quite growing nicely, not much produce yet, but hopefully soon. This is again that mushroom. It's kind of started to decompose. So let's move to the other side and have a look at the oak trees. The oak trees are quite majestic, and they shed a ton of leaves. For some reason, the neighbors' ground covers keep creeping in from the bottom of the fences, which I don't mind. This is the view from the bottom up the hill. Looks nice. That palm tree again was a tree that our old dog really loved, so we moved it from the front here. It's super amazing how cool it is here in the oak shade and how hot it is everywhere else. I put up a worm bin a few months ago. Again, that one has not been very successful. The worms are alive, but they're not eating much, so maybe I'm not using the right type of worm. Well, thank you so much for watching.